Good morning and welcome to my hobby table once again. Today I've got a customer engine, new customer, different type of engine than I've ever operated on before, but should not be a problem. So here on the bench I've got Soto, I have your Canby 40 Marine engine, and that's why we see this exhaust installed on here like this. Now, initially when Soto contacted me about servicing this engine, I was a little hesitant just because of the fact that he is very serious about having me test this engine, and you know, testing a marine engine is very different and it's not something I've ever done. However, K&B is so intelligent in some ways that all of their engines, this is basically an airplane engine, and you just have some different accessories you put on here to make it a marine or an aero engine. Now, the image that Soto had sent to me of this engine actually had the marine head on there, but he's gone ahead and taken that off. He's got all the parts he sent to me that he needs replacing on this. He left this on here so I can put that on and replace that with a standard aero prop drive. But the thing that was really nice about this particular thing is that he actually went and bought every part that he would like put on here, which is cool. Even came a new glow plug, even though this one's probably fine. He says this engine is over 20 years old and it's been that long since it's been run. But he said it was all gummed up, stuck. He oiled it, heated it, and now it's free. And actually the thing, it's got really good compression and it feels really good. So I don't really anticipate any kind of issues here with this whatsoever. But here's a bearing, and I think he got all these parts from Mikoa. Yeah, Mikoa. This is a racing bearing, it says. Here's the prop nut stud washer to convert to an aero engine, as they call it. Another bearing, and here's our prop hub and the collet. Some gaskets and a new O-ring for the base of the carb. And parts breakdown, which he also sent me an email, which is kind of cool because he's actually highlighted all the parts that he's provided here. So this is really awesome. So I think I'm just going to go ahead and start digging into this engine and disassembling it, and then we'll get on with replacing these parts, even though it's going to be probably quite some time before I actually am able to run this thing. And obviously the customer knows that. So because this is a K&B engine, it's got standard hardware. So I'm going to just use this 3/32 T-handle for probably the majority of everything, because I pre-fitted and checked, and that's basically what the size is for everything on this engine. I don't know if anybody can notice. I probably won't notice until I'm editing the video, but I have a little bit different lighting setup done here now. In the past month or two, I've had two little LED lights set up like this on the sides of the table, and they were really kind of taking up space on the table, so I really couldn't spread out and do much, and it was kind of cramped. And then they put various glare on there. I don't see, right now I've got a different type of light with a shield or hood focusing down here on the surface of the table, and I still have one LED, but it's off the table and it's not in my way, and it doesn't appear to be casting a glare. So I think I like this setup a little bit more. I think I loosened that one already. Let's loosen this one up here. Carb operates freely. Now I was looking at this thing, how I was going to get that off, and I already kind of did it once, but I'll do it again just for giggles. There are holes on here, which I assume is for some kind of a mechanism to put on here to start it while it's in the boat, but I'm just going to insert a hex key in here and then just get on this thing like this and loosen that up. That was considerably tighter than that, believe me. Now, what's going to have to happen is I'm probably going to have to use my bearing puller on that. So let me grab that real quick. Middle-sized one for this. Hopefully, yeah, actually I probably don't need that big one. Let's see if I can. That shaft is not. Shaft doesn't have a punch in it. To keep me centered. That the prop stud doesn't have a center like it was done on a lathe. It looks like it was just cut. Oh, well, look at that. Whew. Wow, that was tough. That was really hard. Oh, that comes right off. Look at that. Sweet. Alright, well, like I said, not going to be much of an issue here, I don't believe. So, recalling his email, I think he said it's been 20 years. He said it was basically a new engine and barely broken in, and all the patina you see on the case is most likely just because of environmental conditions. There's nothing I'm going to be able to do to clean that up, really. Make that look any better. In general, this engine looks like it's in really good shape. I mean, the compression feels really nice on it. That thing spins. I like that kind of spins nice. I might have to get a rubber piece here to tap that and motivate that to want to loosen it up or heat it. I can do that too. Let's see about the front housing. Pretty sure that's just going to come right off there. It should. I like this T-handle. It's nice and balanced. I can spin it. Only thing with breaking fasteners loose with a T-handle is if they're really tight, you got a really good chance of twisting that shaft on the T-handle wrench. Done it before. Okay, so this is probably where I'm going to have to get a little heat applied to this thing. So I am prepared for that. Not so sure I necessarily need any oil or not. Let's see if that's enough to motivate any of these pieces to want to come apart. It's not really that hot. I was using the low setting. I should probably just go ahead and ramp it up to a high heat setting. enough to... It's definitely warm now. Yeah, it's starting to want to come apart now. Let me see if I can motivate that rear cover to come off too. Okay, yeah, I think everything is going to come off now. It's just a matter of, now I've only got one glove. There we go. Don't melt my thing here, please. Okay. Alrighty, well, there we go. Now it's just a matter of probably letting that stuff cool for a little bit. Now, theoretically, this is a Dykes ringed engine. Let's take this head off here and move these hot pieces out of the way. Come on, where's the hole? That hole feels a little, screw threads feel a little gummy. Do these want to spin? That one doesn't want to spin. Yeah, it's still quite warm. Baby, that's still quite warm. Woohoo, baby. Yeah, it's definitely a Dykes ring. Right on the top of the piston there. Alright, so that's done. And this engine is basically all disassembled. It's just a matter of popping these bearings out, which I can probably do off camera. Get a parts bin for these things and start doing some cleaning here. So anyway, it's my first disassembly of a marine engine, which is really not so much of a marine engine as it is, but I don't recall if I've done too many KMD 40 disassemblies on this channel. I don't know that I have. I don't recall off the top of my head, but there you have it. Thank you for watching.